A giant doubt overshadows his advance. Is a doubt. Look at that. Doubt across a neutral, all supporting void, whose blankness is Lord, immortal spirit, allude to some recognized supreme, aided towards the enigmatic power, aspiring and half sinking and above, invincibly he ascended without pause. He is pursuing,
Yeah.
he is not leaving her
Sorry.
alone. He is pursuing
Not getting it.
across a neutral, all supporting void, because there is nothing there. Whose blankness nurses lone immortal spirit. Yes, there has to be some meaning, some meaning, some meaning. Allude to some recondite supreme, is attractive, like a magnet withdrawn, aided, forced by enigmatic power. Well, there are powers, the supporting also, pushing you to power. Aspiring and half seeking and uphold invincibly. He is not going to give up, whatever will do. He is not going to succumb. Invincibly will ascend it without pause. Now, what is it that makes him take this kind of a journey? What is it that makes him, urges him, pushes him, go, 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 go? Because still in him, deep within him, a first desire is there. He cannot remain satisfied, content, unless that first desire gets an answer. Push. So that is the power before desire. In spite of all these things, it is pushing up, 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 up. So if you are really sincere with the word desire, you will go to the end of things and try to see how that word desire can be fulfilled. You will go to the end of things. It is pushing him, urging him, driving him constantly across the neutral, all supporting world. Whose anxious thirst is low. See, this is important because all the thing is put in one subtle kernel in the soul. There is something deep within his soul, and it is that which is subtle kernel, the divine Agni is present there in him, and the divine Agni is pushing him forward. Yes, it is actually the same Supreme who has come here and seated himself in his soul as a divine Agni, divine earth. It is that earth which is pushing him, pushing him. Across the neutral, all supporting world, whose blankness must Lord immortal spirit, allude to some recondite supreme, guided, forced by enigmatic powers, puzzling power, aspiring and asking and opposed, invincibly, he ascended without power. He is ascending, and then always a styleless, vague immensity brooded, without effort, beyond response, condemning finite things to nothingness, guarding him within convention. Styleless, vague immensity is pushing you on. Brooded, without effort, beyond response, condemning finite things. No, not this. There is something great in them. To nothingness, guarding him within convention. So it is he who will be not pushed up. Then to ascend, get take a mighty turn. He's climbing, climbing, climbing. A mighty turn A height was reached when nothing meant to live, but survive. It survived. A height was reached when nothing made to live. Everything disappears. When you reach that absolute, everything disappears. A line where every hope and search must see, every hope and search must see, is carrying the hope for a good desire. Even that must stop. Near some intolerant bare reality. Intolerant bare reality. What a powerful phrase this one. Intolerant bare reality. That reality will not accept anything except itself. Except itself. Intolerant bare, yes, alone, 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 absolutely nothing, nothing. Near some intolerant bare, yes, a zero on pregnant tongue. You approve that reality which is zero, nothing. It is that which will bring about the boundless change. Boundless, there are no boundaries, no limits in that change. It is that reality which will not accept anything else. On its busy words, their all disguises fail, and human mind must abdicate in life or die like a moth in the naked place of truth. So, what is human mind? A moth that will die place. He should compel with tremendous joy. This is the moment of truth. The moment of truth. Ashwapati has arrived. He is now on a topmost height, and you decide now whether to disappear or do something for this place.
Is this the entrance to Nirvana?
No,
What
he
is
now
this?
absolute beyond.
No Nirvana.
Nothing. He has now reached the topmost height. You are now, you can plunge, you can vanish into the absolute.
No more return.
Once you have vanished into the absolute, you have lost totally all connections with this world.
So you're losing your individuality, your personality, everything.
You are there, you can disappear totally.
You are dissolving yourself.
Or you can come back if you like.
But Nirvana is the same also. You dissolve.
In going out what is opposing the divine.
Opposing.
What is holding you back in the divine?
But you also dissolve.
What is holding you back in the divine?
But in Nirvana,
It is going out what is holding you back.
It holds you back from the divine?
See, if you have got traces of ignorance, of death, of inconscience, if they are there, you cannot reach the absolute. You have to throw them away, the traces of inconscience. Means you have to be absolutely pure of this inconscious stuff. That is the mind. That is growing out everything. Whatever you are a product of inconscience, you are coming here. You are carrying that thing, you have to start, you have to get out of it. That is nirvana. Here, the stage is not nirvana stage. He is beyond nirvana now. There is nothing of inconscience in him. He has to make a choice now. What do you want? You want to come and remain the absolute? You are welcome. A moment of truth has come to Ashwapati. He has to decide. He has climbed up. Everybody has helped him. Gods are helping him, this thing, etc. He said, now on the top of this creation, he has to decide what he is for. See the story. So, see in the story of Ramayana, you can totally go out of this creation by merging yourself into the absolute.
Yeah. Sure.
Into the absolute.
Yeah.
That is the path which is chosen by Ravana. Ravana, the Asura, chose the path of going out of this creation totally, by merging himself into Rama who is supreme. So that is the individual pralaya. Finished. Finished.
Individual pranaya.
Finished.
Is it Brahma Nirguna?
Huh?
Brahma Nirguna?
Yes. He merged himself into
Yeah.
Rama. Finished.
And he doesn't exist
Supreme.
anymore.
He merged himself into Supreme. So he does not want to come back into the creation in any way at all.
Unmanifested.
That is his choice.
He goes into the unmanifest.
Whatever it is, he says, now I have done with it. I don't want
I'm
to
done
come
with
back
it.
and
Finished.
go through all this, whatever it is. Maybe I will have wonderful things, discuss it, but I don't want all that.
No more ice cream.
He is now absolutely determined to remain in the Supreme forever.
He chose to come back.
Whatever state that he is.
He chose to come back.
So
And he doesn't
Ashwapati has
remember.
now reached that stage. A tremendous choice he has to make. Stood compelled. He has to make a choice now. Mister, whether you want to go into the absolute and forget about this creation, manifestation, or you have something else to do. All he had been and all towards which he drew must now be left behind. He has to give up everything, all that. He was carried towards the sand. He has to forget about all that. Or else transform into a self of that which has no name. That is the choice he has to make. Tremendous choice is between these two. All he had been and all towards which he grew must now be left behind. Forget about all that things. Forget about all that. Or transform all that into a self of that which has no name. He has to make a choice either to disappear or to transform what is. So Ashwapati remembers why he has come here for. He has not come here to disappear into Supreme. He knows that he is after the Supreme and he has not taken his birth to again disappear to the Supreme. He has come here to do some work for this creation. But he has to be aware now he is standing on that dizzy height. The bare reality is how he is facing. That bare reality will not accept anything at all. Yes, you can go and merge with that. Plunge in the ocean and disappear into the ocean. But then if you want to go back to the beaches, the shore, the towns, that won't do. All he had and all towards which he grew must now be left behind. This is a tremendous choice, you see. My attachment, my longing, etc. for things, and do I forget that and disappear? Or I can do something for this. Alone and fronting the intangible force, fronting the intangible force, that mightiness, is fronting that mightiness, which offered nothing in the grasp of thought, his spirit faced the adventure, in the abundant the worlds of form, is proud, a fruitful worldwide ignorance founded there. Obviously, that ignorance was there, it was fruitful, it did produce some result, it carried him all the way up there, but then it got shaken. God's long, far-circling journey touched the close. The thought cannot go beyond that. And ineffective path the actor will. So because the will from the thought, not the desire to do things. The single modes of being and no more. The structures, nations, builds, collapsing fail. They have to fail. Nations, whatever has been built by impulse of a nation, by unawareness, that unawareness, their structure has to fail. And even the spirit that holds the universe, fainted in useless insufficiency. What language it is? Painted and luminous insufficiency. Even the Spirit's luminosity is insufficient.